There exists a level of mental and physical power that makes a person look untouchable, unshakable, unbreakable. And today you're going to learn how one man reached that state over 400 years ago, and how you can begin building it yourself. Have you ever met someone who never collapses under pressure? Someone who doesn't hesitate, doesn't retreat, doesn't negotiate with their fear? While others justify their failures, while others quit at the first obstacle, this person keeps moving forward. And people always explain it away. He's just lucky. She was born different. He only succeeded because of connections. What they never talk about is the cost, the sacrifice, the discipline, the suffering required to become that person. Most people don't want to pay the price, but they're still quick to judge those who did. Centuries ago in Japan, during the Tokugawa era, there lived a man who proved what human potential truly looks like. He fought more than 60 duels. He began at just 13 years old. And he never lost a single one. If you follow this channel, you already know his name. It's probably in the title of this video. Miyamoto Musashi. He wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest. But he forged something no opponent could destroy. A mind without hesitation. A body without limitation. Before his death, he recorded everything he had learned in a text known as Gorin no Sho, the Book of Five Rings. And inside those pages is not philosophy, not poetry, not theory. It's a blueprint. A system for transforming the human mind and body into something so disciplined, so refined, so controlled that people look at it and ask, how is that even possible? But Musashi's method has a catch. It's not about motivation. It's not about inspiration. It's not about hype. It's about removal. He didn't build power by adding more. He built it by eliminating what weakened him. Before I show you how this system works, take a second to support the channel, subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Tell me, what's the biggest mental or physical weakness you want to erase from your life? It helps the channel grow, and I genuinely read every comment. Now back to the story. Chapter 1. The Awakening. This story begins with a man named Lucas. 32 years old. Engineer. Married. 2 kids. A normal life. A normal routine. Normal struggles. But Lucas had one defining problem. He was weak. Not just physically, mentally too. Every morning he promised himself he would work out. He bought a gym membership 3 times. Canceled it 3 times. He started diets every Monday. Quit by Wednesday. He set alarms to wake up early. Hit snooze again and again. The cycle never changed. Strong intentions. Weak follow-through. And it went deeper than habits. When work became stressful, he shut down. When conflict appeared in his marriage, he avoided it. When his children needed structure and discipline, he passed responsibility to his wife. Lucas wasn't living, he was reacting. Drifting. Existing on autopilot. Until the day his body forced him to stop. In the middle of an important meeting, his heart started racing. His hands began to shake. The room started spinning. He had a panic attack in front of his boss. He left the meeting and went straight to the doctor. Tests came back normal. The diagnosis: chronic stress, anxiety, mental exhaustion. Then the doctor said something that changed everything. Your body is reacting to threats that aren't real. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between danger and discomfort. You don't need medication, you need training. Training the nervous system. Training the mind. Lucas went home and started researching mental resilience, psychological strength, emotional control. That's when he found Miyamoto Musashi. And he realized something important. Musashi didn't write philosophy. He wrote a war manual, applied to life. Chapter 2. The Principle of Elimination. The first line that caught Lucas's attention in the Book of Five Rings felt confusing. Have no preferences. Rely on no single tool. It didn't make sense. How do you master something without attachment? How do you become strong without dependence? Then Musashi's meaning became clear. Your strength cannot rely on conditions. If you can only train with equipment, you're weak. If you can only focus in silence, you're weak. If you can only perform when rested, you're weak. If you need perfect conditions, you're fragile. Real strength works anywhere. Musashi trained with every weapon. 2 swords. 1 sword. Wooden blades. No weapon at all. He trained in heat. In rain. In cold. In exhaustion. What? Because real life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Lucas saw himself in reverse. He could only focus at the office. Only train when rested. Only eat well when meals were prepared for him. Only function when conditions were ideal. His discipline was outsourced to comfort. So he applied Musashi's rule: eliminate dependence. No gym. No schedule. No equipment. No excuses. Just his body and the floor. He started with one rule: 20 push-ups every day. Anywhere. Anytime. Any condition. Week 1 easy. Week 2 pain. Week 3 travel. Week 4 illness. Normally this is where he quit. This time he didn't. Hotel room? Push-ups. Sick. Fewer reps but never zero. Exhausted? Still something. Because Musashi's rule was simple: practice continues regardless of circumstances. Zero is failure. Small effort is still victory. And that's where real strength begins. That it began with something simple. No gym. No equipment. No schedule. No setup. Just his body and the floor. Lucas chose one rule: 20 push-ups every day. Any place. Anytime. Any condition. Week 1 felt effortless. Week 2 his muscles started burning. Week 3 he had to travel for work. Week 4 he got sick. This was always the breaking point. This was where he usually quit. But this time he remembered Musashi's rule: training continues regardless of circumstances. Hotel room? Push-ups. Sick. Fewer reps but never none. Exhausted? 5 push-ups instead of 20. Not perfect. Not impressive. But never zero. Because zero is surrender. Chapter 3: Hygiene, the Still Mind. By day 40 the push-ups had become automatic. But his mind hadn't caught up yet. Work anxiety. Money stress. Fear of failing his family. Fear of disappointing everyone. His body was getting stronger, but his mind was still unstable. That's when he encountered the concept Musashi valued more than any weapon. Hygiene, the unchanging mind. The everyday mind. The steady mind. The mind that doesn't swing between fear and excitement. Musashi wrote that in battle, your mind should feel no different than when you're calmly drinking tea. No panic. No adrenaline. No emotional chaos. Just presence. The question is, how? His answer was brutally simple: you don't fight fear. You stop reacting to it. You don't suppress emotion. You stop obeying it. Lucas started practicing this immediately. Every time anxiety appeared, in traffic, in meetings, in arguments, he did one thing: he breathed. And he observed. Not fixing it. Not escaping it. Not reacting to it. Just noticing: my heart is racing. My hands are tense. My chest feels tight. My jaw is clenched. No judgment. No story. No response. Just awareness. At first it felt unbearable. His body wanted to react. To argue. To flee. To shut down. But he didn't move. The first breakthrough happened in a meeting. His boss started shouting at him in front of the team. Old pattern: freeze. Sweat. Stutter. Panic. New pattern: he felt the fear rise. Recognized it. Stayed calm. Kept speaking. His voice didn't shake. His body didn't tense. His mind didn't spiral. The room went silent. The boss was confused. The team was stunned. But Lucas knew what had happened. For the first time he had accessed the still mind. The mind that doesn't move when pressure hits. A neuroscientist who studies emotional regulation explains it simply: when you repeatedly observe emotion without reacting, the brain rewires its threat response. The fear system becomes less sensitive. What once caused panic becomes neutral awareness. Chapter 4: Senai no Michi, the warrior's path. But Musashi made one thing clear: a calm mind in a weak body is useless. Emotional control without physical capacity is an illusion. He wrote that when the body is fragile, the mind collapses. And when the body is strong, the mind stabilizes. Lucas had built consistency, but he hadn't tested his limits. Musashi didn't train in comfort. He trained beyond comfort. So Lucas made a brutal decision: 100 push-ups every day for 30 days. No matter how long it took. No matter how many breaks. No excuses. Day 1 45 minutes. Day 5, arms barely moving. Day 10, warnings from his wife. Day 15 20 minutes. Day 30, 12 minutes, non-stop. But the real change wasn't physical. It was mental. When you prove to yourself that you can survive what you once thought was impossible, resistance disappears. You stop negotiating. You stop bargaining. You stop doubting. You just act. This is the warrior path. Not talent. Not genetics. Not motivation. Just the removal of the belief that something is too hard. Chapter 5: Zanshin, the mind that remains. Lucas was stronger. Calmer. More controlled. But Musashi taught a deeper level of awareness. Zanshin, lasting consciousness. Not tension. Not hyper-alertness. But continuous presence. Musashi warned that many warriors survived the fight, but died after it. Because they relaxed too early. He said the battle doesn't end when the opponent falls, it ends when you are truly safe. Lucas realized his life was the opposite. Finish a task, disconnect. Reach a goal, stop training. Solve a problem, ignore the next one. So he changed his behavior. After training, he didn't collapse, he stood still and breathed. After meetings, he didn't scroll, he reflected. After achievements, he didn't disengage, he stayed present. Small actions. Massive impact. Because awareness after action creates learning. Disconnection erases it. Within 90 days, people noticed. You're different. You're calmer. You're always present. You don't get shaken anymore. His wife said it directly, you're not the same person. And she was right. Chapter 6, Fudotion, the Unmoving Mind. The real test came on day 105. Emergency meeting. Company cuts. Layoffs. Lucas was being fired. Old version, panic. Spiraling thoughts. Fear. Catastrophic thinking. New version, shock. Recognition. Stillness. No panic. No fight or flight. No emotional collapse. Just presence. He listened. He acknowledged. He accepted. No internal chaos. No mental noise. Just clarity. And for the first time, Lucas understood. Strength isn't emotional numbness. Strength is emotional stability. I understand. What's the timeline? The manager hesitated, surprised by Lucas's calm. You have 30 days. I'm sorry. Lucas nodded. Okay. Thank you for telling me. He walked out, returned to his desk, and kept working. Around him, chaos. People were crying, calling their families, frozen in fear, paralyzed by uncertainty. Lucas wasn't calm because he didn't care. He was calm because he had built something deeper. What Musashi called Fudotion, the unmoving mind. A mind not controlled by external events. Musashi wrote, "The tree is not silent because the wind is gone, it is silent because its roots are deep." Lucas had grown roots. 105 days of consistent training. 105 days of emotional observation without reaction. 105 days of awareness without escape. So when the storm came, he didn't collapse, because he had already faced pressure hundreds of times before. Action phase. While others panicked, Lucas moved. He updated his resume, contacted his network, scheduled interviews, took meetings, stayed disciplined. By day 23 he had 3 offers. He chose the strongest one. New job, 40% higher income, better position, better stability. 3 months later, many of his former co-workers were still unemployed. A performance psychologist who works with elite athletes explains it simply: the difference between people who perform under pressure and those who collapse is not talent. It's exposure. Repeated, intentional exposure to discomfort. Resilience isn't a trait. It's a skill built through repetition. Chapter 7, The Strategy of Emptiness. Musashi's final tactical teaching was the hardest to understand, and the most powerful. Hyo-ho, the way of emptiness. He wrote, "Do not fight to win. Fight not to lose." They sound similar. They are not. Fighting to win creates risk. Ego creates openings. Overreaching creates vulnerability. Fighting not to lose creates stability, structure, control. No gaps. No weaknesses. Lucas applied this to his new job. He didn't try to impress. Didn't try to stand out. Didn't try to dominate. He became reliable. On time. Consistent. Accurate. Calm. Stable. Dependable. 3 months later, promotion. His boss said, "You're not the smartest person on the team, but you're the most reliable. And reliability beats brilliance every time." That is Hyo-ho. You don't need to be exceptional. You need to be unbreakable. Musashi never lost a duel. Not because he was the strongest, not because he was the fastest, but because he never gave openings. He waited, observed, executed. No waste. No ego. No exposure. Lucas applied this everywhere. Diet, not perfection, no junk. Training, not records, no missed days. Relationships, not perfection, no broken promises. Marriage, not idealism, consistency. No loopholes. No excuses. No weak points. Chapter 8, Letting Go of the Self. 6 months in, Lucas was transformed. Stronger body. Calmer mind. Stable emotions. Unshakable discipline. But one fear remained: what if I stop? What if I lose this? What if it all collapses? Then he encountered Musashi's deepest teaching. Tsutami, abandonment of the self. Musashi's final words: I regret nothing. I fear nothing. I desire nothing. How do you reach that state? By detaching from outcomes. You are not your success. You are not your failure. You are not your streaks. You are not your achievements. You are the practice itself. So Lucas removed validation. No tracking days. No celebrating milestones. No posting progress. No external approval. The habits continued. The discipline continued. The training continued. But now without ego. Without fear of loss. Without identity attachment. Because he understood one truth: you can't lose what you are. You can only lose what you have. If your strength depends on streaks, you fear breaking them. If your strength is identity, nothing can touch it. The social effect: then something unexpected happened. People became uncomfortable around him. Not because he was arrogant. Not because he was aggressive. But because his presence was confronting. When you remove fear, excuses, and validation seeking, you become a mirror. And mirrors make people uncomfortable. Co-workers stopped complaining around him. Friends stopped joking about discipline. Family said, "You're getting too serious." Not because he changed, but because he exposed what they avoided. Chapter 9. Total integration. 1 year later, Lucas wasn't trying to be disciplined. He was incapable of being undisciplined. Practice wasn't something he did. It was who he was. Musashi called this Kenzen Ichi, unity of being in practice. No separation. No division. No effort. You don't meditate, you embody presence. You don't train, you live discipline. You don't force consistency, you remove resistance. Strength isn't built by adding more. It's revealed by removing what weakens you. When discipline becomes as natural as breathing, people think it's inhuman. It's not inhuman. It's fully human potential. Musashi died with no wealth, no status, no followers, no legacy of power. But he had one thing no one could take: mastery of self. His final words: "I regret nothing." How many people can say that? How many reach the end knowing they lived at full capacity? The question isn't how Musashi did it. The question is, why aren't you doing it? Same hours, same biology, same potential. The difference isn't ability. It's willingness. Willingness to remove comfort. Willingness to eliminate weakness. Willingness to abandon dependency. Willingness to turn practice into identity. Willingness to let go of what isn't essential. This level of strength isn't rare because it's impossible. It's rare because it's uncomfortable. Most people choose comfort, but you're still here. So ask yourself, what will you remove first? What weakness will you eliminate? What habit will become identity? Because the only strength worth building is the kind that makes excuses impossible.